Megan Fox.
And Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox writes at PJ Media.
Eat Tucker.
And that was your last.
Damn it, man. I cried for 2 days.
Megan, thank you very much for that.
So, I can explain the bed thing.
If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake. Crawl there.
It's like Jesus going into the temple. He's like, I got a whip. Get out! Get out! The lovely and wonderful Megan Fox. Not that one.
Not that one. Not the weird one that drinks blood in his toe thumbs.
Megan Fox.
Megan. And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
She's the devil.
Megan Fox. Megan Fox.
I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that.
You've never met a like me. You want to tangle? You want to go? Holy sh!
Too much cussing on this. I guess we didn't bleep it, so we got to turn it off. But it's
Pissed off the wrong woman.
oh my God! I have been assaulted when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother.
She's the devil.
Not for publication.
The story.
I'm Megan Fox. Thank you. Cheers.
Oops, I forgot to take down. I forgot to take that down. Whoops. I was all waiting here. Well, go to the merch store. Buy yourself a sweatshirt. There's lots of For Fox's Sake memorabilia over there. Oh, I forgot to set up my desk. I was doing my nails. Look, I've got all kinds of crap going on here. Let's see. We'll go with blue today. Blue. All right. Well. We have a new motion from the judge. He has issued an order, and he has denied the bullshit from JHACH.
Deny. Sit down.
Finally, has Judge Tuft, has he regained his balls? Did he find his balls? Were they in someone's purse? Did he pull them out finally and reattach them? It seems like maybe. How's the volume? Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure everything is working properly before we get started here, because I've got it. I've got the new order. Let's go to it right now. Judge's order. That was a fast response. I mean, how long has the motion for reconsideration been up? Do we know? Wrong button, Megan. I'm so excited. Oh my God, you guys. Please make sure you share the stream. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. If you are on Locals, there is a live chat over there. Rumble. Make sure that you hit the like button as well. Let me pop out that chat so I have you guys. No, close that. All right, let's get to it. We've got a new order here from Judge Carroll. Order denying defendant's motion for reconsideration of the scope of juror interview.
Deny.
Sit down. Before the court, without hearing, is defendant Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital's motion for reconsideration of scope of juror interview. By order dated December 20th, the court granted a limited interview of juror number 1, which is set to occur tomorrow, January 3rd, 2024. That order discussed the original and 3 supplements. The court explained that it would conduct a limited juror interview on 4 topics. Yeah, Reddit's going to have a meltdown. Is anybody over there monitoring them? Anybody?
Oh my God! The judge denied he denied it. He denied the motion. He denied JHACH's motion. How could he do that?
What do you mean? Why isn't Rumble's not playing? It looks like it is. People are in the chat. No. All right, I'll try and look at it and see what's going on. I mean, I attached it, so it should. Oh, hold on. No, it's playing. It's fine. Refresh. All right, let's get back to it. In JHACH's current motion, the JHACH takes issue with the scope of the juror interview permitted by the court. The premise of JHACH's motion is the unsubstantiated allegation that juror number 1 will lie to the court, and therefore the court's juror interview to be conducted tomorrow is inadequate. JHACH also contends that its 2nd and 3rd supplements should be deemed timely or at least find good cause for the delay. Finally, JHACH suggests additional improper communications between juror number 1's wife, plaintiff's counsel, and the jurors, italics, and the jurors, that require additional inquiry. JHACH in its motion concedes that its 3 supplemental filings were prompted by sleuthing conducted by the internet community. In other words, Reddit. The court will address JHACH's contentions based on the order presented. JHACH presented them. That's a weird sentence. In its argument section beginning on page 12 of the current motion, JHACH first argues that its original juror interview motion was timely, and therefore its supplements that added new claims that were not timely should relate back to the initial motion. The court disagrees.
Denied. Sit down.
First, JHACH has not supplied any case law for its relation back proposition. Well, that's unfortunate. You kind of need to do that. You need to put case law in your motions, and if you don't, you're kind of screwed. Second, JHACH's reliance on internet communities to conduct its own research does not transform an otherwise untimely supplement into a timely supplement based on good cause. Oh my God. The judge is calling them out for using Reddit to do their research. That's so embarrassing. Suck it, JHACH. Suck it. Get wrecked, Hunter and Shapiro. Wow, look at this language. Fourth, JHACH's claims in these filings are not material. Oh, wait. Hold on. Third, even if the juror interview rule permitted relation back, the subject matter of the untimely supplements were not remotely or substantively disclosed in the timely filings to permit there to be relation back. Fourth, JHACH's claims in these filings are not material to the trial in this case. As it relates to the wildly speculative claim in the 2nd supplement that juror number 1 was calling Dr. Sally Smith a Yahtzee, as evidenced by juror number 1's handwriting on a few capital S's on a juror question, and by extension implicating JHACH, nothing in the original motion or first supplement came close to addressing that topic. I feel like I need a cocktail for this. I was rushing to get to the computer and I didn't even get myself a drink. You guys can wait for a second while I go and grab a beer, can't you? Because my throat's getting dry and I feel like celebrating because we finally got one.
Denied. Sit down.
All right. Hold, please. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Okay. Is this really 14? Oh, it's a 14-page response. Holy cow. As it relates to the... Well, I got that one. Nothing in the original motion or first supplement came close to addressing that topic. JHACH's trial team included at least 5 attorneys and 2 paralegals, each of whom attended most days of the trial, in addition to whatever legal professionals... Hang on a second, my settings are weird. Is that my... Hold, please. Huh, okay. Anyway, they had this huge team, in addition to whatever legal professionals JHACH had working behind the scenes. One of the primary attorneys on JHACH's team, who made substantial argument before and during trial, is a former chief judge of the 2nd District Court of Appeal. That would be Altenburn. Flux, what's happening? We are reading Judge Carroll's denial of the defense's motion for reconsideration to further question the juror.
Denied. Sit down.
We think that Judge Tuft found his balls. All right. Where are we at? The court... No. We're at Altenburn. Under JHACH's theory, it necessarily follows that none of these highly experienced and knowledgeable legal professionals comprehended the meaning of the juror note that they visualized and was in their possession weeks before the trial ended. Where did it come from? The judge. Judge Carroll just issued this motion, this denial. This just happened just now. I think I'm the only one to have this. Make sure you share the stream. The court does not suggest attorneys have a monopoly on knowledge or reasoning skills. Far from it. The court, though, makes the simple point, in the circumstances in this case, that JHACH did not show good cause to explain why its invocation of the alleged Yahtzee symbolism was untimely. This is especially true where Florida has a strong public policy against allowing litigants either to harass jurors or to upset a verdict by attempting to ascertain some improper motive underlying it. And this is absolutely harassment. And even if this issue were timely, or there were a good cause to excuse being untimely, there is no sworn evidence before the court suggesting that juror number 1 was invoking Yahtzee symbolism. Nothing about JHACH's pointing to the Simon Wiesenthal Center's website results in the conclusion or even plausible suggestion that juror number 1 did what JHACH theorizes. Saying it confidently in a court filing does not make it so. Say it again for the people in the back. Saying it confidently in a court filing does not make it so. Dang. Thank you, Judge Carroll.
Denied.
Sit down. And suggesting the court's separate ruling on the juror disqualification motion would have been different had the court appreciated the obvious Yahtzee symbolism JHACH now believes exists by a couple of capital S's is unsupported. Oh my God, this sentence. Oh my God. And suggesting that the court's separate ruling on the juror disqualification motion would have been different had the court appreciated the obvious Yahtzee symbolism JHACH now believes exists by a couple of capital S's is unsupported and unsupportable. The court continues to find no objective evidence entitling JHACH to a juror interview on the Yahtzee symbolism issue, even if the issue were timely, which it is not. Dang! That is fantastic.
You will pay for what you've done, and I pray that God send angels to visit vengeance upon you.
I wish I could read this in Alex Jones' voice. That'd be fabulous. Oh, All right, hold on. Where are we at? As it relates to the alleged non-disclosure of juror number 1 or a family member being a victim of a crime, question 18A, as asserted in the third supplement, this too is untimely, and there has been no good cause shown to excuse the lateness. You snooze, you lose, JHACH. In addition to JHACH's substantial trial team, defense counsel quickly solicited an untold number of unknown others to assist with JHACH's investigation of juror number 1. Oh my God. In a November 11th, 2023 internet post attributed to JHACH attorney Ethan Shapiro, which was a day and a half after the verdicts were released, Mr. Shapiro encouraged a pro-JHACH internet community to investigate juror number 1. Look at the judge. He's putting Shapiro's own post. Hey, I want to thank, oh, should I do it in Shapiro voice? Hey, I want to thank you and everyone else who is sleuthing this so carefully and meticulously. I have gone through the Reddit thread on juror number 1 with almost 1,000 comments. Everyone on the defense team is monitoring this closely. If anyone in the community has comments to make, you can feel free to keep posting there because we are going to read all of it and put it towards emotion. Sick. I agree that the idea the wife knew when a verdict was coming and what they were arguing about it's shocking, and I hope the judge will feel the same way. Wow. Through an unintended mistake, it appears juror number 1's name was publicly visible for a short time on the court's docket the afternoon of November 9, when the phase number 1 verdict form was first published. Despite this army of internet detectives, JHACH relies on the theory. Internet detectives. I would just like to say that we here do not do any investigating of juror number 1. We didn't investigate anybody related to this case at all. Well, I did a little investigating myself into Sally Smith. But I was just repeating what the USA Today reporting was, which is pretty damning for her. Despite this army of internet detectives, JHACH relies on the theory that the alleged criminal assailant shared the same last name of juror number 1's new wife, which was different than juror number 1's last name. That simply does not demonstrate good cause, regardless of the legion of individuals. The legion. What a good word. Legion. Oh my God. This is a word to describe a pack of demons, by the way. A legion. A legion of demons. Oh God, it's so good. That simply does not demonstrate good cause, regardless of the legion of individuals working on JHACH's behalf to investigate juror number 1. Legion of doomed defense. Oh man, where are the likes? Are you guys not hitting the like button? Are your thumbs broken? Are you lazy? There's 800 of you here. That like count better start going up or I'm just not going to read. I'll just sit here. We'll just wait for you to hit the like button because, you know, I have time and hitting like costs you nothing. Speaking of, I actually should open up the YouTube studio. I haven't done that yet. So while I'm waiting for you to hit that like button, I'm going to go over and open the studio and see how many of you actually haven't hit the like button so I can shame you some more. You ready for some mom shaming? How did I get this motion? I can't reveal my sources. Oh. All right, let's see. 800 of you are here and only 324 of you have hit the like button. It's totally unacceptable. No. I will not continue to read this motion until the likes get up to at least 500. So we're just going to sit here and talk about beer or something. I'm drinking a Saranac Season's Best. This is pretty good. Come on, guys, hit the like button. How can there be? Oh, I wonder if half of you are here from Reddit.
Guys, you have to go over and listen to Megan Fox. I know you hate the show, but she's live and she's reading emotion that we don't have access to. The defense was denied.
hit the like, please. Where are we at now? We're still in the 300s. Very disappointing. 395. We can get higher than that. Come on now. I'll just sit here and talk about nothing then. Is that from Ithaca? Yes, it is a local New York beer. I believe the brewery is in Ithaca. 402. We're getting there. We're getting there. 402. Don't punish the good ones, Megan. That's funny. All right. Let's go to the super chats real quick. Lily Smith says, why isn't Rumble playing? Just refresh your screen. It's playing. It works. Nick Campbell says, now Megan, admit it. I was correct about the Tuft of Justice. It's still unicorn hair. Well, I'm not willing to admit that quite yet. I do think Judge Carroll has shown some real weakness. And it's not that I'm actually not sure if he can repair the damage that has already been done to the entire system. I'm really not sure. Venmo, I got a Venmo. Wait a minute. No, I'm not talking to you, Siri. Stop. Amy, thank you for the Venmo. Let me go and make sure let me see if there's a message there. Sometimes, you can leave a message on Venmo and Cash App too if you're sending tips that way. We're up to 435 likes. Come on, guys. Like 50 more, and I'll start reading again. Amy says, tell the rabid Redditors to hit the like. We know they love to hate our lives. That's right. That's right, Reddit. If you're here and you're getting this information from me and you can't get it from anywhere else, you should at least give a thumbs up for the fact that you're getting the information you can't get anywhere else. At least I have the access to it to give you what you want. So go ahead and hit the like button even if you hate it. I wish there was like a hate watching button because I would like to see how many people are here hate watching. It would be funny. All right, we're up to 460. Come on. You can do it. Special cases. This is torture. Kathy Trout, thanks for the super chat. Says we can talk about the weather. It's overcast here and we have snow on the mountains. Yes, we've had some weird weather here. Not enough snow. I wish we had some snow. The kids are really getting annoyed with the lack of snow. The skiing is not great right now because it's all on fake snow. And so it's very slick, and that's a problem. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for that. 476. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is immature. We could talk about my hair. Yes, I'm always up to talk about my hair. I need a sound effect from my dad saying, stop talking about your hair. Christine just sent in a Venmo. Hold on. Let me check the message, Christine. Thanks for the Venmo. Appreciate that. It says, next paragraph, please. All right. It was a $20 Venmo. I could probably go with it. Sharon says, let's hear about your job. How are things? Well, there is no job right now because the restaurant's so slow that I haven't been on the schedule, and they closed down for the entire month of January. So that sucks. Jojo says, I would like to purchase 50 likes. Okay. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Becca. Megan is queen. Hit the dang button. All right, let's see where we're at. We did it. We're at 504. All right, we can go back now. You did it. We did it. Okay, we got that. Even if this issue were timely or that good cause had been shown, JHACH has not shown the alleged non-disclosure was material to jury service in the case. Campagnoni versus City of Tampa. Materiality must be analyzed case by case. A juror's non-disclosure of information during voir dire is considered material if it is so substantial that if the facts were known, the defense likely would preemptorily exclude the juror from the jury. McCausland v. O'Connor. Question 18A is on the clerk's form jury questionnaire. Oh, it's a form questionnaire, which is the form used in both criminal and civil cases. This question was not on the special questionnaire used for this trial. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Question 18A asks if the potential juror or family member had been the victim of a crime, which tends to be more relevant in criminal cases. The current case, of course, is not a criminal case. JHACH's own actions during the individual questioning of potential jurors demonstrates the content of question 18A was not material. Critically, JHACH never discussed with the potential jurors of the subject of question 18A. Yeah, that's big. You never followed up on that with anybody who said yes. Judge cites case law. Imagine that. The chat is so funny. Lois Thomas, that was funny. All right. The court conducted 3 days of individual voir dire, followed by 1 day of group voir dire. The court has the transcripts of days 1 and 2 of the individual questioning, which are being filed concurrent to the release of this order. Ultimately, no one from day 3 of the individual questioning was a juror or alternate, so the court is unaware whether any party has paid to have the individual voir dire from that day transcribed. The court has reviewed the day 1 and day 2. Now, remember, these were the transcripts that the judge asked for. The court has reviewed day 1 and day 2 transcripts. Despite having the opportunity to ask questions, JHACH never asked a single question of any prospective juror concerning a yes response to question 18A. Although the court does not have the day 3, September 18th transcript, the court does not recall JHACH asking any questions of a prospective juror concerning a yes response to question 18A. I'm tangled up here. This is bothering me. Although the court does not have the day 3 transcript, the court does not recall. Okay. In fact, the word victim was uttered a grand total of 1 time during the entirety of day 1 and 2 by Mr. Anderson in a different context. See day 1 transcript, page 215, line 13. The court notes, on day 1, a total of 12 prospective jurors answered question 18A as yes. Of these 12 prospective jurors, 5 prospective jurors advanced to the group questioning stage. Oh, I see what's happening. My headphones are tangled in my necklace. Hold on, please. I know you're probably thinking at this point, am I just screwing with you now to make this go longer? I'm really not. I really don't like being tangled. Okay. I am now untangled. I'm officially untangled. Laura, I posted a link to this on Reddit. I can tell they're here because I can always tell because the likes will only be about half of what the audience is. We're at 1,035 with 566 likes. Everyone from Reddit, go ahead and say hello in the chat. Jeff is sleeping, isn't he? He's probably fast asleep. He goes it's 2 a.m. at 11 a.m. here. So it would be, it's now 5. So it's sometime in the morning. I don't know. Maybe he is around. All right. F in the chat for Reddit, folks. F in the chat. for the intense sorrow that's going on over at Reddit. F in the chat, folks. All right. Okay. On day 2, a total of 14 prospective jurors answered question 18A as yes. Of these 14 prospective jurors, 4 prospective jurors advanced to the group questioning stage. Of further note, 1 prospective juror was seated on the jury, and 1 prospective juror was seated as an alternate juror. Defendant JHACH had remaining preemptory challenges at the time the jury was seated. On day 3, a total of 13 prospective jurors answered question 18A as yes. Of these 13 prospective jurors, 6 prospective jurors advanced to the group questioning stage. The first, he's got a table. The Tuft of Justice has made up a table. Holy crap. The first table below depicts those potential jurors answering questions 18A as yes that advanced to the group questioning stage. God. He had somebody get out the Excel spreadsheet. He was like, make me a table. I want a table. Oh my God. The day that first table below depicts those potential jurors answering question 18A as yes that advanced to the group questioning stage. The day that juror went through individual questioning and the transcript page that questioning began. The second table, that sounds like a very confusing table. Did anyone understand that? Wait. Maybe we'll understand it when we look at it. The second table depicts potential jurors answering questions 18A as yes, but were dismissed for cause during the individual questioning stage for a reason other than the fact that they or their family members had been a victim of a crime. Remainder of page left intentionally blank. Okay, here's the tables that Judge Carroll had whipped up by probably his clerk. All right, what does the first one show? Potential jurors answering question 18A as yes, that advanced to group questioning. Okay. All right, so here are the juror numbers that answered yes and which day they answered yes to, and then what they went on to group questioning, I guess. And then the second one, I've forgotten what the second one is. The second table depicts potential jurors answering question 18A as yes, but were dismissed for cause for other reasons. Okay. So there's quite a few of them. Scott is in the chat, recovery addict. The judge understood the assignment and did all of his homework. Yes. Good to see you, Scott, by the way. DM me what the camera situation is tomorrow, would you, on Twitter? Would you let me know what the camera situation is tomorrow? Because there's a whole lot of miscommunication in my chat from your chat. My chat and your chat give me conflicting information to confuse me either on purpose because they think it's funny. Just let me know what the camera situation is tomorrow, because I would like to cover it live. And I know you know the answer. Okay. JHACH's current claim that the content of question 18A was material in this case simply cannot be reconciled by JHACH's action, or more precisely, lack of interest in the content of question 18A during jury selection. JHACH has not even attempted to explain why it did not ask any prospective juror answering yes to question 18A about the situation, why it did not seek to challenge any prospective juror for cause based on question 18A, why it did not Becca, me either. Becca says, I don't think I like tables. Me either. I can't read them very well. Why it did not seek to challenge any prospective juror for cause based on question 18A. Why it did not exercise a preemptory challenge on either juror 97, who was seated on the jury, or juror 137, who was seated as an alternate, despite having 2 remaining preemptory challenges to the main panel and 3 remaining preemptory challenges to the alternate panel. This is nothing more than the proverbial Monday morning quarterbacking after knowing the result of the game. Thank you. Thank you.
Denied. Sit down.
This is what we've been saying. We lost and we don't like it. We lost. We're not happy with it. We want it to stop. Mathis Grease, thanks for the super chat, says, did the judge find that Reddit thread by himself? I actually think that it came from the plaintiff's, one of the plaintiff's responses to this garbage, because they had a bunch of receipts from Reddit. Calico 26, thanks for the super chat, says, I want to see the jury interview live, but I have 2 animal surgeries, so I'm stuck watching through the replay. I really want to see what happens. Well, don't worry. The replay crew is critical to the success of our channels on YouTube here, and we love the replay crew, and I love being here for you guys at any time of day that is convenient for you. So don't worry about not seeing it live. Katia Anna Calabro, thanks for the super chat, says legions were also divisions of the ancient Roman army. That is correct. You are correct. Replay crew hits the like. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Shout out to the replay clue. Clue? Did I say clue? Crew. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue. It's been a while since I've been streaming, so I've been on vacation for too long, and my brain is working faster than my mouth can get the words out. The court notes one final issue with respect to question 18A. Juror number 1 marked yes to question 18B, which is whether he or a family member had been charged with a crime. When the court asked juror number 1 during individual voir dire concerning question 18B, juror number 1 indicated that his stepson had been charged with a crime. This is the same event that JHACH contends juror number 1 failed to disclose. What have I been saying? But JHACH had no follow-up questions. While the court understands that a party is entitled to rely on a juror's response during voir dire and not conduct an exhaustive public record search at that time, under these circumstances, the court cannot find good cause to excuse JHACH's failure to raise the question 18A issue within 15 days post-verdict as required by rule. And even if there were good cause, which there is not, JHACH has not shown the question 18A issue to be material in this case. JHACH is entitled to no relief on this claim. I award you no points. We are all dumber for having listened to you. May God have mercy on your soul.
Denied. Sit down.
Oh, that's so good. Oh. The court scope of juror interview is appropriate. Shockingly, when the judge starts out his sentence with shockingly, you probably don't want to know what's coming next. Shockingly, JHACH next contends by implication that if the court directly asked juror number 1 under oath or affirmation concerning the subject matter of the permitted interview, juror number 1 will lie, and that an interview without invasive and extensive discovery will be worthless. JHACH wrote, an interview that contains only questions about direct communications and shared information will yield no useful information and reveal nothing about whether juror number 1 engaged in misconduct. Where's my button? Given the strength of the evidence that juror number 1 omitted multiple pieces of material evidence from the jury form, harbored a pro-plaintiff bias during trial, and failed to disclose his wife's extensive contacts with pro-plaintiff social media accounts, including her presence in the courtroom and friendships with plaintiff's advocate, much more is required to determine whether JHACH received a fair trial. These are incredible statements. There is scant, if any, evidence underlying these ambitious statements. Yeah, they are incredible statements. And I believe he uses the word incredible in the context that they are not credible. Incredible, we use it colloquially to mean amazing, but that's not what it really means. It means not credible. As to the strength of the evidence, JHACH first points to juror number 1's omitting multiple pieces of material evidence. The court above already demonstrated why the question 18A issue is waived, and alternatively not material. As it relates to juror number 1's answer to the DCF opinion question and answer without knowledge of Attorney Deborah Salisbury, the court already has included those issues in the permissible topics. The court is aware of Ms. Salisbury's affidavit, which appears to further erode the strength of JHACH's allegations on that claim. Yeah, I would say it totally obliterated it, but next, JHACH replows the same infertile ground. Oh! It's a way with words right there. JHACH replows the same infertile ground. This is fantastic. That juror number 1 harbored a pro-plaintiff bias and otherwise formed a final and fixed opinion during the trial, contrary to the court's instructions. This was the subject of JHACH's November 2nd motion seeking to disqualify juror number 1. The court previously rejected that premise during trial. And this is what I said when I read the thing earlier. I was like, how do you think the court is going to feel about being constantly told that he has ruled wrongly? Like, these people are not, they're not firing on all cylinders, because flattery will get you everywhere, but you continue to tell the judge that he's wrong and everything. I just don't see how that works for you. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys, Locals. Locals has evidence of Reddit's reaction to this Reddit's current facial reaction to this denial. You know, those of you over there in Reddit land, you rich doctors' wives, try to get a clue, you know, about how real people who, you know, don't drive Mercedes-Benz, a new one every year, how we might be looking at what you guys have done over there, what JHACH has done. Try for a minute to think like your patients and people who are just fighting with their insurance companies every day to just get stuff covered. You know, I know that you people don't have to worry about that. I know you don't have to worry about that because you have enough money. You're, you know, rich as Midas. We get that. You've got yachts and things. But regular people, try to think how we feel about this for just a second, for like just a moment, how regular bus stop people might view JHACH's actions here against the jury and against the bus stop public. You know, we know that you hate us, but God, none of this is acceptable. None of it. We, the bus stop people. I know, I feel like the Constitution should be rewritten. We, the bus stop people. All right, hold on. I'm going back. Wait, are there super chats I need to get to? Hold on. Let me look. I think I missed a couple. Chris Rowland, thanks for the super chat, says JHACH still owes Maya a slice of chocolate cake. They owe her the entire cake. They owe her a lifetime supply of cake, if you ask me. Cheryl Carter, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Don't forget to go over to Locals, Megan. Fox.locals.com. Why is your browser has blocked your screen? Oh, that's just, never mind. Don't forget to go over to Locals.com. Megan, Fox.locals.com. There's a really fun community over there. That's where you can share all the memes and the fun things. And, you know, we're together all the time over there. There's a live chat happening every single day, and it's a lot of fun. And you can share GIFs over there too, which is really fun. Like there's this one. This is so funny. Somebody in Locals just posted this. This is Judge Carroll. Judge Carroll writing this motion. This is so funny. Stop talking about your favorite children over on Locals. I can't help it. They are my favorites. Sorry. They're just a lot of fun. All right. Going back, I'm getting back over to the motion. Calm down. Everyone calm down. All right. All right. Next, we got that. The court previously rejected that premise during trial. So, you know, that's what I said. Like, I don't know why they're still arguing stuff the court already said no to. The reality is, juror number 1 is a former law enforcement officer that JHACH welcomed onto the jury despite having available preemptory strikes. And doing so was consistent with plaintiff's argument during jury selection that JHACH deliberately attempted to eliminate women from the jury based on their sex. Oh my God, the judge is actually saying that there's reason to believe that they actually did that. Regardless of JHACH's motive in keeping juror number 1 on the jury, juror number one's questions during trial demonstrated that he liked to confront witnesses with contradictory and disputed evidence, which in this case was legion. Oh, he likes that word, legion. Why am I tasting perfume? Spawn, did you spray perfume in here? It's palpable, as Shapiro would say. Somebody walked in here either having just sprayed perfume on themselves or sprayed it in here, and she's not in here anymore, and I am now tasting it. They know how much I hate this. I'm like the no wire hangers with no perfume in my house. When you have 2 teenage girls, you have to lay the law down when it comes to perfume. And I'm gonna flip out. Hold on, let me try my new Apple Watch walkie-talkie. I cannot believe how bad it is. Oh, I'm gonna have to spray something contrary, some aromatherapy. Okay, that's better. Hello, did you just spray perfume in the office? Like, I'm choking. What? Answer your mother. Ah, no answer. I see how this is going. She's not responding. They know that's my pet peeve. I hate it so much. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, at least now I have lavender in my nose instead of whatever the hell that was. No, she was not burning sage. If she had been burning sage, I would have liked that better. Oh, locals, you're killing me. You're killing me with the new memes. Stop it. There's so many new ones. All right, if you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see it, you have to join locals. All right, let's get back to it. Oh, I had to ban vanilla body sprays from my house, by the way. All teenagers love vanilla body spray for some reason, and I hate vanilla everything. I can't stand the way vanilla smells. She's trying to rid the room of the JHACH stench. Oh my god. Terrible. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Where was I? They do not show bias against JHACH or a violation of the court's instructions not to form a final or fixed opinion until deliberations. For instance, and focus more on the time frame immediately before the disqualification motion. On November 1, 2023, the day before JHACH's juror disqualification motion, juror number 1 sent a note to the court and the attorneys requesting scholarly information as to approved treatments for ketamine in 2016 and currently. Interestingly, on October 10, 2023, juror number 1 previously questioned Dr. Kirkpatrick, the doctor who initially prescribed ketamine to Maya Kowalski, whether CRPS was not well known and difficult to diagnose, which by implication would make the standard of care more beneficial to JHACH. On October 24th, juror number 1 asked similar questions to JHACH's witness, Dr. Crane. Certainly, these questions indicate that juror number 1, as of November 1st, neither had a fixed or final opinion in favor of plaintiffs nor was biased against JHACH. Additionally, juror number 1's questions to Dr. Kirkpatrick on October 10th, 2023, show that he wanted to know about board certification and whether Dr. Kirkpatrick, that's a typo. It says K.R. Kirkpatrick complied with Dr. Sally Smith's request for records. These questions supported JHACH's theory for the case. On November 1st, 2023, the day before JHACH's juror disqualification motion, juror number 1 questioned Maya Kowalski seeking clarification of whether there was a before and after court photo session on January 6th. He previously had asked Maya Kowalski the same question on October 9th. JHACH suggested during trial there were different photo sessions while Maya testified there was only one, and JHACH used this disputed evidence to try to discredit Maya Kowalski's testimony. In 2 separate questions to Kathy Beatty on October 31st, juror number 1 assumed there were 2 separate photo sessions, which was consistent with JHACH's theory. On October 26th, juror number 1 asked Nurse Alside clarifying factual questions about the actions on January 6th, whether the parents had consented to the photos and were they placed into Maya's medical chart. Juror number 1 asked Dr. Perno, isn't his name Perno? Dr. Perno, or is it Pardo? Pardo? That doesn't sound right. Whether there were written operating procedures concerning the taking, I think it's Perno, of patent photos and whether private phones, as opposed to JHACH phone camera, allowed to take photos. On October 9th, in addition to asking about after photos, juror number 1 asked Maya Kowalski to clarify if the photos were in her medical records, blah, blah, blah. I think this is all from the plaintiff's motion that we had already read. So it's basically just evidence showing that the juror asked other questions that showed he might have a bias towards JHACH. Well, the reason why you're seeing typos is because they wanted to get it out before tomorrow. So most likely, yeah, it's Perno. It's not Pardo. It's Perno. Most likely someone only went over it once, and it needed to have been gone over a couple of times, but it's not a big deal. We know what he means. In addition to these questions, there are numerous questions by juror number 1 that sought factual clarifying information. While the court does not detail them all, the court sprinkles a few juror number 1 authored questions near the end of the trial to show juror number 1's consistent behavior of seeking clarity in and challenging disputed evidence. On November 1st, juror number 1 asked whether Nurse Flores took Maya Kowalski to the chapel and whether Maya Kowalski remained on the same floor except the EEG room incident. On November 1st, 2023, juror number 1 asked Nurse Bali if she were still employed at JHACH or in the nursing industry and whether Maya Kowalski ever mentioned staff that she was not too keen on. This is on the breath of fresh air comments. And keen is spelled K-E-E-N, Judge, not K-E-A-N. On November 1, juror number 1 asked Kathy Beatty if she used an official hospital camera to take the January 6 photos, confirmed that she did not use her personal phone camera. He asked Dr. Levy concerning ketamine levels in the United States and other places in the world for normal anesthesia versus CRPS. Okay, just more and more. We know he asked a lot. We know that he wasn't biased against the defense. Oh my God. This is good. Hold on. There's a new locals meme. We are Legion. That's funny. All right. Don't forget to hit the like button. Where are we at? 832 likes on 1,500 watching. We see you, Reddit. We know you're not participating in liking the stream, but you really should. Considering that you can't find this anywhere else, I'm doing you a service, right? All right. By listing these questions, the court does not mean to imply these were the only questions juror number 1 asked, or that juror number 1 did not ask challenging questions to both sides. Far from it. Juror number 1, along with a couple other jurors, asked many questions, while some jurors only asked a few, and others were somewhere in between. And some of those questions most certainly were uncomfortable to JHACH. But as the court observed during its ruling on the juror disqualification motion, why would juror number 1 ask so many questions if he had already made up his mind? This is a very good question. During the court's ruling denying the motion for juror disqualification, the court had the benefit of seeing all of juror number 1's questions and observing juror number 1 throughout the trial. For instance, the court knows through its observations of juror number 1 that he took about a dozen legal pads full of notes. That's a lot of notes. The jury went through so many legal pads, the court had to order more pads during the trial. We're going to need more legal pads. It's like the, that we're going to need a bigger boat. Going to need more legal pads. He constantly referred to his notes when formulating questions, and the court routinely had to wait for juror number 1 to complete the process of writing out his questions after the attorneys finished their questions. The tonnage of information, tonnage is a good word, presented to this jury was immense, as the court is confident the trial transcript will show whenever the transcript is finished being transcribed. It's so immense that it's still not even done being transcribed. The court was advised it was ordered the day after the jury verdict and is still being prepared. The court could well see in real time juror number 1's efforts to make sense of difficult, complex, and very conflicting information being received by all jurors. That information gathering process at times may have seemed acrimonious to the parties, including JHACH, but it is consistent with the process the court sees many in law enforcement use routinely to test information given to them. Under our system of justice, we empower our juries to decide difficult cases. The jury's job is to determine what the facts are. They are permitted to use reason and common sense and draw reasonable inferences from the evidence. Jurors are instructed that they are to evaluate the believability of all witnesses. Yeah, like these bitches that no one believed. Literally, no one believed them. It's their job. It's the jury's job to decide, are they believable or not? Or are they a coven of witches? And the jury decided they were a coven of witches. Or some might say a legion. Let me speak briefly about witnesses. In evaluating the believability of any witness and the weight you will give the testimony of any witness, you may properly consider the demeanor of the witness, like this one, making weird faces. The demeanor of the witness while testifying, the frankness or lack of frankness of the witness, the I got caught in a sex scandal face of the witness, or lack of I got caught in a sex scandal face of the witness. Sorry, it doesn't say that. That's just me. The intelligence of the witness, any interest the witness may have in the outcome of the case. The means and opportunity the witness had to know the facts about which the witness testified. The ability of the witness to remember the matters about which the witness testified. If the witness is always like, I don't recall, I can't recall, I can't recall. Everybody knows that person is lying. Everyone knows if you say I can't recall every other question, you're lying. Everyone knows this. And the reasonableness of the testimony of the witness, considered in the light of all the evidence in the case and in the light of your own experience and common sense. That is precisely what juror number 1 did in this case. Juror number 1's questions do not show bias. Instead, they show juror number 1's efforts to make sense of the material presented to him. Florida allows civil jurors to ask questions governed by the same rules of evidence as the attorneys. In utilizing that option, juror number 1 was fulfilling his role as a sworn member of the jury. Few jurors have attended law school and should not be criticized if they preface their question in a manner at odds from how an attorney would do it. Oh, preach. This is why our process allows the attorneys outside the presence of the jury to object to a potential juror question. Regardless of the niceties of the proper form, it would be the height of arrogance to think that a juror, and juror number 1 in particular, is somehow operating improperly because the questions asked do not fit neatly into either side's version of the case, challenges what a witness says, presents conflicting evidence, or asks questions that raise issues not presented by the attorneys. That does not show bias. It shows a search for the truth. Thank you, Judge Carroll. JHACH, in its reconsideration motion, repeatedly asserted that juror number 1 was biased as evidenced by his questions. The court rejected that theme in denying the juror disqualification motion and continues with that finding. The court could not more fundamentally disagree with JHACH on this point, especially after watching juror number 1 throughout the trial. Didn't I tell you that this was a bad road for them to go down after being told by the judge himself? I sat here and watched him. He was the closest one to me. I was paying very close attention to him, and I didn't see any of this. The court could not more fundamentally disagree with JHACH on this point, especially after watching juror number 1 throughout the trial. JHACH's repetition in saying that juror number 1 was biased based on the content of his question simply does not make it so. And stating something forcefully, even repeatedly, does not make that statement correct. A quick analogy demonstrates that point. The undersigned could say that he has a full head of hair. No! No! Whether said one time or 100 times, the reality is, as the undersigned's young son reminds, the undersigned has a small island of hair amidst a sea of baldness. Saying the undersigned has a full head of hair does not mean that the undersigned, in fact, has a full head of hair. I don't. Judge Carroll. I can't believe this is in there. Hair Island. Well, folks, we have now reached epic levels where the judge is quoting us. What is happening? What is happening? I don't even know what's going on right now. I need a moment to absorb this. Oh, Judge Carroll, FYI, you don't need the island, sir. Just shave it off. No, it's real. Guys, that was real. It's right here. It's right here. It's literally right here. It's right here. Showing my heart has grown 3 times. Wait, where did it go? Where is it? Oh, my heart has grown 3 sizes for Judge Carroll today. I am dying. A quick analogy demonstrates that point. The undersigned could say that he has a full head of hair, whether said 1 time or 100 times. The reality is, as the undersigned's young son reminds the undersigned, has a small island of hair amidst a sea of baldness. Does this mean that Judge Carroll gets the joke? Saying the undersigned has a full head of hair does not mean the undersigned, in fact, has a full head of hair. I don't. I can't believe this is in here. I was told it was in here, and I just couldn't even understand how it would be put in here. This is perfect. We have reached levels today that I can't even imagine. This is unbelievable. Does this mean that the judge watches this program? Is he watching this show? I apologize, sir, for calling you a
wet ass P word
repeatedly. Although not really. I'm not really sorry for that, because I have felt that you've been pretty weak in the face of a lot of bullshit from JHACH. But I love that you're making fun of yourself here. This is wonderful. And we like the Tuft. But yeah, he just trolled us. Tuft love. No. Clearly someone has told him about Hair Island. Or he's been watching. I mean, if you were the judge, wouldn't you watch the show? I know I would. Welsh Lady, thanks for the super chat, says, mini Tuft of Justice in our corner with his island. McCrae, thanks for the super chat, says, Megan, you can bet the next JHACH motion will accuse the judge of watching your channel. Thing is that he's allowed to. There's nothing, he's allowed to watch news reports about the trial he's over. He's not, Tuft of Justice, Stephen Crater, thank you. He's not precluded from watching news about the trial. I would just imagine he didn't have the time, but maybe he's had the time after the trial to like catch up on some of this stuff. That's possible. That's possible. Oh. Okay, Alexander, I love highlighting criticism. This is good. I'm not on Reddit, but this is brutal to listen to. Putting up a photo and then stating a sex scandal. I wish you would just get through this. Alexander, you must be new here. You must be new. This is a commentary channel. So we read through things, but we also comment on it. So, yeah. I'm sorry if you're not enjoying yourself. Oh, God. Okay. I can't even believe I read what I just read about Judge Tuft. I have to go to Locals and see what Locals is doing. Did you guys just die when you read that? Did you die? We are the Legion of Locals. I'm just going back and catching up on Locals chats while I was reading that paragraph because I can't even believe what I just read. I can't. Oh, oh Lord. Reddit has discovered that the motion has been denied and says, I'm good with Lordy, I won't watch Megan Fox. No way. Well, I know you're all here anyway. You're here watching anyway. Moment of silence for the return of Thug Judge. Thanks for the super chat. Should we all remember Thug Judge? That's a good idea.
I understand you're moving for a mistrial.
when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address.
What happened?
I understand. You're moving for a mistrial when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address whatever.
Did it stop for you guys? It stopped for me. It won't play. Thug Judge won't play. What's going on, StreamYard? You suck. It won't play. It didn't play for me. A scintilla of hair. Oh, that would have been funny too if he had said a scintilla of hair. So it played for you. It didn't stop. It stopped for me, so I couldn't tell when it was done. Yeah, I don't know. StreamYard's giving me a problem. Oh, wait. Maybe if I refresh StreamYard, it'll work. Hold on a second. Let me try. I'll be right back. All right, let's try again. Thug Judge coming up. Please work.
I understand. You're moving for a mistrial when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address whatever issues. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Because we don't. Okay.
Can we go to exhibits, please?
There we go. That worked. Okay. Yeah, it was a StreamYard freezing issue. All right, let's go back to the motion. I mean, I can't even believe what we just read. I really can't. All right. I can't believe it. I can't wait to see Recovery Addict's reading of this in Hare Island. I can't wait. Oh, and see, you guys out there who were like, let's not talk about the judge's hair. Let's not do that. I'm not going there. He thought it was hilarious. So everybody needs to just calm down and, have some fun. Because even Judge Carroll himself thought it was hilarious, obviously. He obviously thought it was hysterical. Oh, man. Haley Wolf says, Megan, we watched this trial with you and your crappy computer. We can hold for a refresh. LOL. Right? We went through so much during this trial. It was like a full-on quest, wasn't it? Oh, my God. This is so funny. The judge heard about everyone else's nickname. He had to learn his. This is on the record for eternity. That the judge is bald with a hair island. Just got the judge to call out his own hairstyle. Awesome. He knows how to read a room. The defense is just splitting hairs at this point. Oh, I am dying. I'm dying. All right, I guess we can move on. And juror number 1's questions do not show bias against JHACH and do not show a final or fixed opinion prior to jury deliberations. JHACH began this section of its argument with the implication that juror number 1 will lie during the juror interview. Jingleberry. Clerk of court be like, nope, no nickname for you. Doesn't want to tell him. Can you imagine being the judge's clerk? And he's like, what are they calling me? And the clerk's like, nope, I got nothing. Oh, Lord. We can't move on. We can't move on. We can't, can we? Thanks, Melissa. Same to you. You're annoying too. They love you, Judge. Trust me. A sea of bald. A sea of bald. A hair island in a sea of bald. He's funnier than we are. The judge is funnier than us. That was funnier than anything we've said. Oh, God. A sea of bald. I know. I'm having trouble moving on. I'm having trouble moving on from the Tuft of Justice. Is Mo around? Does she know this happened? Where is Mo? Oh, Jeff's awake. Jeff's awake. He won't care if I read this online. He sent me a message in a group chat that says, "Remember, Megan, a couple of days ago when you hated the judge and you thought he was stupid and he was a stooge? I told you to just wait. I told you he was letting them hang themselves. One of these days, you'll start listening to me, Megan, and withhold your impulsive judgments." No, I won't. My middle name is Impulsive Judgment. I gotta send them an invitation to get in here. Oh my God, I can't believe this even happened. All right, Scott just confirmed that there will be a Law and Crime live feed tomorrow. Cool. Cool. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Get back to where I was. Okay. Who said shit about me today? Who said shit about me today? I don't really care. I don't care. It's true. Nick, you did say the same thing. But I don't let my feelings stay unsaid. It's just something that I do. I have felt that this judge has been very weak, and I still stand by that. He has been weak. I feel like this is kind of too late. I mean, it's good that he's doing this, but I really do think that the damage has been done. Oh no, locals. Oh no. Oh no. Judge Carroll, this is for you. Hair Island. Coming soon to Netflix. The true story of a small patch of hair looking for love. Oh, where's Mo? Mo in the deep end, are you here? If you're here, check DMs on Twitter and get in here, because I'm sorry, I need your commentary on this. I need you. Where are you? Oh, this meme is killing me. Let me just, while this is up, let me read that. I'm going to read that again. A quick analogy demonstrates that point. The undersigned could say he has a full head of hair. Whether said one time or 100 times, the reality is, as the undersigned's young son reminds, the undersigned has a small island of hair amidst a sea of baldness. Saying the undersigned has a full head of hair does not mean the undersigned, in fact, has a full head of hair. I don't. I'm not going to get past this. I'm sorry. But this is not, I'm not moving on. I can't move on. I can't believe what's happening right now. Reddit. Slidey Pie just sent me $1 on Rumble to read it again. And I did. I just read it again. No one can believe it's actually in there. This is so funny. Do you think his kid is watching the YouTubers? That could be. Where is Mo? Mo, where are you? Flux said she can pop in. Okay, good. Where is Mo? I feel like Mo is going to have a heart attack when she reads this. I don't think she's even aware that this is happening right now because she has not been in the group chat all day. I don't know where she is, but somebody get a message to her that she needs to get on here because she's not even gonna believe this. Oh. I think he checked you guys out when you got brought up in the motions. Well, that's possible. That's definitely possible. Mo does have an ungodly number of children. That's true. Probably dinner time. That's also true. Oh my God, is it dinner time here? Oh, we have so many leftovers that I will probably be doing some kind of leftover situation. Let's see. All right, maybe I should just hurry up and get through this. Oh no, she said she hasn't been feeling great recently. That's not good. But this will make her feel better. She needs to read this paragraph. In fact, I'm going to take a screenshot. Flux!
You can't hurry up and get through this. I just got here.
I know. But I mean, is this not the funniest thing you've ever read in your whole day of life?
I was sitting downstairs with Mrs. Flux, and I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to this. I can put my headphones in because she was doing her thing, and she's like, no, it's fine. We can listen to it. And I'm sitting there, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she's like, what? And I'm like, what is happening where we are reading a court ruling with words like sea of baldness?
I think that we should say, you're welcome. You're welcome, internet. You're welcome.
You're welcome, world.
You're welcome. Without us, this would never have happened. The court is starting to take itself a little less seriously, and I think that's a good thing. The court has recognized. The court is in recognition of free speech, and in the Constitution matters. The people's right to speak matters, and he can take a joke. The Tuft is becoming self-aware, says Jingleberry.
Like, that was the greatest thing I have ever heard.
Oh, that was literally one of the greatest things I've ever read in my whole life.
And how do you move on from that?
I don't know. I'm having a very hard time moving on from this. I
love it so much.
What is Mo's Twitter handle? It never comes up for me.
I think it's Mo in the deep end. Oh, she says, she got a tooth yanked.
Oh, dang. So she's not going to want to talk. Okay, Mo, see my tweet to you. You're going to die.
Die so hard.
Judge wrote that. Oh my God. I mean, I can't even. The only thing that would have made it better is if he had worked in Tuft of Justice.
I mean, it was pretty close though.
Oh, so close. Hair Island, Island of Hair. We've been calling it a hair island since day one.
And I love that he's like, just because I say it here in this court confidently doesn't make it true. And I'm like, oh, Judge. I was like,
I can just hear Greg laughing at this. Says McCray. I know, me too. I need to get Greg's laugh to put on a button. Oh, here she is. Mo.
Okay.
Mo.
Yes.
Have you read what I just tweeted you? Or should I read? Let me read it to you. This is literally in the judge's order, Mo.
Jesus God, please tell me someone is a real,
it's
just wait.
painter.
Just wait. JHACH, in its reconsideration motion, repeatedly asserted that juror number 1 was biased as evidenced by his questions. The court rejected that theme in denying the juror disqualification motion and continues with that finding. The court could not more fundamentally disagree with JHACH on this point, especially after watching juror number 1 throughout the trial. JHACH's repetition in saying juror number 1 was biased based on the content of his questions simply does not make it so, and stating something forcefully, even repeatedly, does not make that statement correct. A quick analogy demonstrates that point. The undersigned could say he has a full head of hair, Whether
Oh,
said one
shit.
time or 100 times, the reality is, as the undersigned's young son reminds, the undersigned has a small island of hair amidst a sea of baldness. Saying the undersigned has a full head of hair does not mean the undersigned, in fact, has a full head of hair. I don't.
Has the judge been listening to my Tuft of Justice? That made it good that I even got on here, because I was like feeling a little bad about myself. I picked up all the stuff to start the carnivore stuff, but not in like the bitchy way of like telling everyone I'd started the carnivore thing in that way that people start CrossFit and won't shut the F up about it.
Right.
But then I went to the dentist and I was like, yeah, macaroni and cheese and ice cream for me. Fry, you cannot. And then my husband's like, I'm just gonna grill these steaks. And I was like, no, they're mine. And he's like, you can't eat them yet. And I was like, no, those are fucking mine. And I'm gonna lose my I'm sorry, effing mine.
Are you
And I was
still on
like,
the happy juice? Has the happy juice worn off yet?
oh no, that's worn off. But while she was doing everything, I was feeling like, I was like, please tell me I don't, and they're steadily asking you questions as they have like this thing in your mouth. And they're like, how are you doing? And I'm
I
like,
hate it when they do that.
I'm like, I am not a monster. I feel like the elephant man. And I'm like, your nose hair looks really nice. And then I'm like, do I need to trim my nose hair? You know, like this kind of.
Honestly, though, Mo, are you dying? He's talking about Hair Island here.
I
Hair
know.
Island.
His son must. Sir, just go to the George Clooney. Whatever. Stop. I don't. Fry Bert.
What's wrong with Fry?
Well, because they're using the George Foreman to make hamburgers, and Fry's like, "Where is my damn hamburger? I am a member of this family."
Right. No steak, no peace.
Yes. Fry is like, "I will be marching."
So is he like in the crate?
And, well, he's in my room. My room has apparently become the crate.
Oh
room.
no.
No, my son has decided to start crating himself because I might have told him this weekend that he was Fry's older brother. So he's been putting himself in the crate. And I was like, no, there have already been court cases about this. Please get yourself out of the
Keep yourself out of the crate.
And he's like, no, brothers hang out in each other's room. You need to build a crate big enough for both of us. And I'm like,
oh my God, that if you have a big dog and a big crate and children, I guarantee you the children will end up in the crate with the dog or without the dog. But yeah, it will happen. All right. We have to try to get through more of this. We have to. Oh, if you're in pain and you want to go, you're of course
I'll probably
welcome
stay
to
on for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I wish I was high Lions by the Sea, but I am not right now. Sadly, I am slightly.
Sadly,
they
it wore off.
told me I could not drink for like a week or use a straw for a
no.
week. I was like,
Why can't you drink for a week? Is it like a clotting issue? Because alcohol
yeah,
and dinner
something
or something?
about the bone graft or some who knows.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny. Mathis Grease, thanks for the super chat, says defense. Judge, please accept our amazing arguments. Judge, I'll keep it short. Denied. Defense, please reconsider. Judge, okay, I will elaborate.
You know, I will say the self-deprecation with the Tuft of Justice means
so
that
good.
I am no longer hating this judge, because he was on my like, do I send him an adult toy? Allegedly not me, but like my alter ego.
A wig did it.
Yeah, a wig did it, not me.
Sui Generis Shane says new trial because of inefficient defense counsel. Maybe.
That would see.
And Wendy Morris says, did you see my post about uncivil law saying you shouldn't have been on the list of law tubers and to never watch your stream? No, I didn't. I don't watch his stream. So, but that really wasn't a list. It wasn't really a list of law tubers. So I don't know why he thought that. It was just a list of people who have covered the trial.
It's
Well,
because
so-
it appears to be a list of law tubers, and because it has that appearance, he's pissed because, you know.
Well, I never claimed to be LawTube. I've always
Isn't
said
he
I'm
fighting
LawTube
Disney
adjacent.
right now? For God's
don't-
sake,
I don't know. I don't
Steamboat
pay
willing
attention.
it out of the world. I don't care. For the love of all that is holy, it's a new year. Can we?
No,
like,
he's
between
never
this
going to let
and
it
the
go.
calendar, I could care less about many things.
And that poor
Like-
girl who was just trying to make a cake, wearing a fitted
Prostate
shirt.
crabs.
Like
I could.
her shirt wasn't any more fitted than this one. What's wrong?
Somebody tell me what that's about. I saw this lady, and it's like
I don't
everybody's
know.
like,
If
and
you
I'm like, I don't understand if this is supposed to be good or bad. I don't get it.
I don't know. A bunch of people are
If you
having a
have giant
meltdown,
knockers, they're just gonna be there. Boobs are boobs. They're just
and
there.
they're there no matter what you wear.
I have a pair
Oh.
at home. I mean, they're, they're not where they used to be.
We've had
But
this
if I make-
conversation in detail.
But if I make a cake, they're gonna be there. Now, granted, no one was watching her for the cake, but if I
Who
ever get to
cares?
my goal weight, I will be using those puppies for evil too.
Right?
Okay?
Right?
I will be rolling them up like a freaking Roman curtain, and I will be using the hell out of some cleavage. But I don't give a two craps about it. So Fry, you are not getting a hamburger enough.
Fry, stop it, Fry. But all right, we're gonna try and get a little bit further in here. The chat's gonna get mad at me.
Sorry.
Unhung Hero says Uncivil went to the wrong auto parts store. Clearly, yeah, he doesn't listen. But whatever. All right. JHACH began this section of its argument with the implication, that he'll lie. Yep, that is by design. The court understands that the standard to obtain and prevail at a juror interview is high and difficult for JHACH. That is by design, given the strong public policy against harassing jurors or attempting to ascertain an improper motive to upset a jury verdict. Just because it is difficult, though, does not permit a party to wholly distance themselves from the facts of the case. The court's view of the proper scope of the juror interview is not impacted by JHACH's claimed strength of its evidence. There is no need for the court to reconsider the scope of the juror interview. C, the post-discharge juror note. Finally, JHACH complains about a post-verdict note JHACH contends was authored by juror number one's wife and distributed post-verdict and after the jurors had been excused as the jury in this case. In context, that note was apparently delivered later in time to a collection of already discharged jurors who deliberated and alternates who attended a dinner together. This post-verdict and post-discharge note contained a statement of appreciation attributed to plaintiff's attorney Nick Whitney, together with various YouTube links to various YouTubers who commented on or broadcasted the trial. JHACH suggests that this is evidence of plaintiffs improperly contacting the jurors. There is nothing wrong about former jurors connecting with each other after discharge to discuss their shared experience. The court knows in scores of jury cases, some jurors, after they have been discharged as the jury, meet each other socially for drinks or dinner or other activities. Given the length of this trial, the court would have been surprised if none of the jurors or alternates met socially after being discharged. Even assuming juror number one's wife distributed this note at a dinner after the discharge of the jury, nothing about the content of this note suggests any juror or alternate violated any of the court's instructions or otherwise engaged in juror misconduct before or during the trial. As such, this post-discharge juror note is not indicative of any alleged juror misconduct, and it certainly is not evidence of plaintiffs asking the internet to investigate juror number one. Boom! Boom! Oh my God! You realize that Judge Carroll earlier in this motion told JHACH that they did that. They asked the internet to investigate juror number one.
He might as
So
well
he's-
have said, "Suck it, Reddit."
Yeah, he's basically
Although-
saying it's not evidence of plaintiffs asking the internet to investigate juror number one like you did. Yeah. JHACH has not shown that the scope of the court's juror interview of juror number one is improper or insufficient. There is no basis to reconsider the court's prior order setting forth the only subjects for the juror interview. The court denies JHACH's motion for reconsideration.
Denied. Sit down.
And the interview will occur tomorrow under conditions previously outlined by the court. Done and ordered.
Denied. Sit down.
Yeah, he just burned Reddit down.
Reddit
All right.
most affected. Someone needs to put out calls to their friends on Reddit because they're going to need help tomorrow.
They're going to need
They are
some
not going to be
grief
okay. There's going to
counseling.
be some Vaseline. They're going to need some help. Fry, no. You are not getting a hamburger. We're not relitigating this. We're not doing it.
Fry, you're denied.
Denied. Sit down.
No hamburger. That's the mood we're in today. We're in the denied mood.
Don't get brazen with me.
Oh,
Pretty
my
much, don't get
Lord.
brazen with me.
Oh, my
That
Lord.
was the best court document. I think that was the best court document I've read all year, hands down.
Oh,
It has restored my faith in humanity. Although I will say 2024 came out swinging because, I mean,
It did.
I did not have day one Ian Ziering in like Vespa biker gang fight, on my bingo card. So I will say
Oh, what now?
2020. So I've decided for every day this year, I am writing down one thing I'm grateful for and the craziest story I do on Newsy News. And yesterday's crazy Newsy News story was Ian Ziering in a biker gang fight. But it was LA bikers, so they kind of all looked like they were on like
They wore skinny jeans
neon
and were carrying
Vespas.
lattes.
Yeah, they were kind of like Chaz rejects. So I
Oh,
was
my
like,
God.
2024, you understood the assignment, but you don't have to go so hard out the gate. Like,
Wow. Wait, I'm looking it up on Twitter to see if do we have video of this? We do. We do.
we
There's
do.
video. Oh my God.
He survived Tara Reid in 10 Sharknadoes, and she never looks like she's had a sandwich in the entirety of the 10,
All right,
He did what he-
Sharknado arc.
He punched the biker. What did he do when he got out? He knocked the biker off the bike.
Yes.
This guy is the guy who assaulted them first. And his statements are so legally vetted, it's not
That's
funny.
a biker gang?
No,
They
they
look-
look
First
punch.
Well,
they look like
it's
they
a
do the first
Vespa
punch.
bike.
They were on their bikes when he was out of the car,
It's an Antifa
punching them,
biker
and he
game.
literally knocked the guy off the bike. Now
He's
let
a
me tell
hero.
you, I'm a prosecutor.
He
at
said,
heart.
who said
Everybody,
he's
as
a
far as I'm
hero?
concerned, violates the law, goes to jail. This guy says he got out to assess the damage to his car. He had no damage to his car. If he's worried about his daughter, stay in the car. If you're worried about your daughter, you don't get out and start a fist
Look,
fight.
it looks like a bunch of
That's
13-year-olds.
Judge Janine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't listen to her though. I just want to watch the footage. Let's just watch the footage without listening to Janine. Because this is the funniest thing ever. They fight like girls, for one. They fight like girls. Are they girls? They look like girls.
I think
It's a Vespa. Look, that's why I said it's a Vespa fight. I mean, look,
those are like mini bikes.
It's like a mini dirt bike fight. Look, I love absurdist humor is my biggest thing. So I was like, 2024, you understood the assignment and you gave a big heaping, like, what did I not have on my list of things that were going to happen? Sharknado guy being attacked by mini bike drivers in neon colors.
Oh, this is funny. So Reddit is now talking about doxing me. Well, it's been done before. Listen, I've had 4chan come after me. There's nothing that you Reddit freaks can do that 4chan hasn't already done. And you're not going to find anything. Like, it's just going to be boring shit, useless shit that's already been publicized for years and years. And if you think it's fun to dox people and put their children in danger from psychos on the internet, there's something wrong with you. There's really something wrong with you.
You are
Mrs.
fighting
Flux.
for a giant hospital. What is wrong? Like,
Yeah, like why are
seriously,
you all for big business and
rage for the
corporate
machine?
conglomerates? Yeah, rage for the machine is what they are. Yeah, I will never understand this. I don't understand. Where do you get off like going to bat for a billion-dollar conglomerate that has clearly used and abused its patients? And that's not even, forget Maya Kowalski. What about the immediate jeopardy? What about the Heart Institute that was killing kids? Like, what is wrong with you that you would take the side of this billion-dollar conglomerate that is clearly not paying attention to patient safety and hasn't for a long time, didn't for a long time till they got caught. Then all of a sudden, now they're working to, be safe and store their oxygen tanks so they don't explode. They don't go splody-splode on everyone. I mean, well, why would you take their side and go so far as to dox juror members, and now you want to dox me or whatever, put my kids in danger for what? For what? What does this get you? Who are you and why are you doing it? Stop
These
it.
are the same people that are going to say we need nationalized health care.
Right.
Mrs. Flux thinks it's one person with no friends and 20,000 sock accounts.
No, it's possible.
Yeah, she's like, it's one person with no friends, so they make a whole bunch of accounts to pretend that these other accounts are their friend, and then they just all pretend to hate one thing because they're all friends.
Listen, if
well,
you
2 people
have that
showed up
much
to their
free
protest,
time,
so
it was probably
I
those
have
2.
chores. I have 20,000 socks you can find matches to. Or you can make sock puppet friends. Look,
Right?
I mean,
We don't
the
need sock
possibilities
accounts.
are endless.
This is funny. One time, Megan contributed to a bake sale, and her brownies were store-bought, not homemade. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no. That's
always
literally
knew
the
it
kind
was
of shit
true.
you would find about me. You'd find stuff about me going after the Orland Park Public Library because they were letting guys watch porn in front of kids, but I don't know who agrees with that.
They'll find the stuff about the lawsuit you just won against the school board.
Right. You could find stuff about me winning my lawsuit against Wauwatosa. Yeah. You can find my books that I've written on Amazon. Shut Up. This one's all about the library. You can find out. I've actually published every single little detail about it.
Remind me to
so
get with you
buy
on
the book.
messages because I need to send one to my mom to show that I actually talk to people. Like, she's like, what do you actually do on your streams? And I was like, well, so I kind of dressed up like Garth as boobs, but I actually do talk to like real, normal, actual good. She's like, oh. And I was like, well, look, I do talk to like medium smart people.
Medium
sort
smart.
of. And she's like, eh. And I was like, never
You
mind.
tell them some of them have written books. It's amazing. Anything you
Well,
want
I
to find
did-
out
I
about
did-
me, you can read in this book.
I
It
did
literally
try.
is my
I
entire
did
life
try to
story.
say that, and then I realized the audience, and I was like, never mind. I dress up as Garth as boobs, and I probably have my own Reddit, shrine.
Oh, Speak Life Garden Homestead and Permaculture says they'll post links to all you've published and get you lots of clicks. Well, 2 clicks.
Well, unless they. Oh wait, no, that doesn't count because that's IP address. I was gonna say it doesn't count with their 20,000 Reddit accounts.
It's
They don't
just, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Yeah, they'll find me, fighting for families who've been screwed by court. I don't have time to get into anything salacious in my normal life. The rest of my time is spent shuffling kids to sports. I
Ugh,
mean, I
you're
really
so
don't know.
boring.
I'm pretty boring.
know.
I'm pretty boring. There's nothing really to know. The worst thing about me is that I like to watch Married at First Sight. That's really the most embarrassing thing you'll find. Married at First Sight is, I'm so hooked on the last season. It's so bad. I think that the experts who match up these people should be sued. This should be the
They
next
are
lawsuit.
terrible.
Oh my God. Why would you put together for what, like a guy who has all of his shit together and wants to be married and who's like in his late 30s with a 20-year-old party girl? Why would you do this and expect that to work out?
Train wreckery.
And they're both from different political spectrums. Like, why the hell would you even think for one moment that this would be a winner?
Maybe they think of like the opposites attract.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And now that girl is stalking her ex online. He's got a new wife or fiance, and she's now stalking them. So
He
good
seems
job,
stable.
experts. Good job,
Stable.
experts. Yes, yes, very. Are there new seasons? Well, I'm catching up on whatever the last season was. I don't even know what number it is now, but it was the one with Eric and Virginia, which those were the two I was just talking about. So terrible, so terrible.
I don't know.
gotta
I'm
check
just
that
waiting for
out.
Hannah, and we've got this body cam, and they follow Hannah, who's this drunk woman who's a woman of size, and she's fallen in love with this one officer, and I just have to see how the love story unfolds because
What
we've
show is
only
this?
it's body cam reality
Just body cam
network.
footage.
Yeah,
What?
footage.
I don't
It
know
was
about
this-
so
this.
great.
This
I don't know
woman-
about this.
So I may or may not just watch the crap out of body cam footage because I realize
like
I
cop
have neither
body
the temp.
cam?
Yes,
Are you
I
talking
have
about
neither the.
cops?
Well, they don't
I
have
mean,
cops anymore
oh.
because they took it offline because of all the shenanigans
The lawsuits or whatever.
in 2020, and I'm like, no, we all need to because I have
great
neither the amount of times I would have already done tasered people. Like I am a hazard to everybody. I don't look at me cross-eyed because these people are so nice, and I'm like, you made me run. We're gonna have issues.
Oh, I used to love Cops. That was a good show.
Cops was the best show ever.
It was so good. So much Florida man action all at once. It's just
and
good
that's
stuff.
Oh my goodness. And that's like, I really think you should start because there will be times I just sit and watch body cam footage just because it is so hilarious. And then the one we watched, was it Sanchez? Was it Hannah and Sanchez?
Sanders. It was Sanders and Hannah. And Hannah's like,
this
but I
poor
love him
cop.
and he was crying. He got so much bullshit.
He did not
wanna
get
hear
paid
some-
enough for that.
Some Reddit reading.
Ooh.
All right, I got to get my Reddit voice out for this.
Looked online and the motion's not there yet, but apparently we get called sleuths. I'll take that. I'm highly doubtful anything will come from tomorrow's juror interview. I guess 22 minutes in duration. Oh no, dear, you got called Legion. Island of Hair, Megan Fox 1, Reddit 0. It's happening. Just denied scope. I haven't seen the docs yet.
They really hate that I have this before they do.
I
They
love
really
it
hate that.
so much.
They
Oh,
really
but-
hate that. They really do.
Not to be like, they do realize that you just, look at the court docket. It's not like you have super secret spy powers or
Yeah, but she
a
has
deal with the
opinions.
devil.
Well,
or
it isn't on the docket yet, but I don't reveal my
Well-
sources. And if it ends up in my inbox and it's been filed, it's fine. So
Okay,
it's fine.
well, but it's not like you went all supernatural and went, to Bathus and, Nancy Pelosi style, Moloch and everything.
This is true.
And sucked a Gelfling dry. I mean,
Oh my God. What does this mean? Here's one. What is this? I don't even know what this means because I don't speak Reddit, so maybe you can understand this.
I hope we can easily pull up all of these little gems with their smug shit talking when this is all over, because it ain't over, lady. One is not defeated that is still standing. To be clear, even if the verdict is allowed to stand and spit in the face of justice, the family and friends will sashay about their lives, eventually let their guard down, and the truth will come out. Or some wise, brave soul will finally speak up, and I will be here for it.
I don't even know what that means. I don't
It
understand.
means they want to be able to clip this shit every time we make fun of them so that when this eventually gets overturned because of how wrong we are, they can come
Oh,
back
they can
and be
laugh
like,
about it.
look at how stupid they look because they were wrong.
so they mean one day Maya might have like a good few weeks where she's feeling really good, and maybe they find a treatment that works. And so she's feeling good for 3 weeks, and these assholes who have nothing better to do with their lives are going to be following Maya around like parasite barnacles for the rest of her life. And she had 3 good weeks, and they are going to like ridiculous
Barnacles?
school monitor school monitors go to their Reddit lemmings and say, Maya was, she has not been crying out in pain for 3 weeks.
Right.
This was obvious. She was obviously faking it. Call the medias.
I
And
mean, unfortunately, because of this, she will forever live
Poor
with
Maya.
that.
Poor Maya.
Like
It is-
forever,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, "You're faking."
Every time she has a good day, it's
Mhm.
she was always faking. It was never
Mhm.
true.
Yeah, that's
I can't
and
even imagine what that's going to be like.
Mhm. Yeah. Meanwhile, all of these mentally illed people on Reddit live with these mental illnesses every day, where they have good days and bad days. But oh no, we can't understand how physically you could deal with good days and bad days.
isn't
Okay.
it
This is
ironic?
funny. This is funny.
Oh,
More Reddit to go over. This is hilarious.
wait, did they call him an idiot?
Yes. Judge Carroll is an effing idiot. Saying something repeatedly does not make it true. Then he makes an idiotic kindy level joke about his thinning hair. I actually hate him at this point.
Yeah, because you're stupid and don't understand humor, you dumb boob.
Oh my god.
Yes, you actually have to operate on a somewhat high level to get self-deprecating humor.
Right?
See George Carlin.
Imagine calling an actual judge derogatory names while hiding. Internet is priceless and hilarious. As opposed to the vitriol leveled against the lovely doctors and nurses who tried to help a child who was being medically abused by her mentally ill mother. Oh yes, fair point.
These people are insane.
See,
They're
I
insane.
want them to prove to me where the mother was mentally ill. Like, prove that to me.
I know no one has.
Prove it. That's all I
No.
ask, and I will say that you win. You were right 100, but prove it to me. What doctor diagnosed her? Where is
I
the
know.
evidence, and where is the proof?
There was
Okay, so-
none.
Exactly.
Okay, but we have 2 cases that are apropos. Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Maya and Beata Kowalski. So, I mean, it's simple. Apples and oranges. We could compare and contrast.
Right.
Mhm.
We have something there. And, again, it would be having to look at nuances, which I know would be terribly difficult.
They'd have to
But
understand
I'm-
what even the word nuance means.
Well, I know Reddit. I'd have to bring out crayons. I'd have to bring out the whiteboard of truth. I'd have to go on the pinky brain, bell curve and skew it more to the pinky side. But I am going to leave now because I am going to lay down and try to eat some macaroni and cheese.
That
'cause
sounds good.
Yes.
I have to have antibiotics too, which
Ooh,
Ugh.
fun.
Well, thanks
know,
for
and
dropping
the-
by, Mo.
the tooth fairy did not offer that heifer did not offer to pick up the tab. Like, I have been stuffing teeth under a pillow for like years, and this heifer was not even here to pay the tab for my dental.
That's
It's like,
see,
Screw that tooth fairy.
yeah. See, she was nice to me though. When I lost my last baby tooth at the age of 28, she visited me one last time.
oh,
Nice.
that's cool.
Nice. Well,
Yeah,
Mo,
so-
take care and do
and-
not try to feel better soon.
Well, yeah,
Give Fry a
so-
little
and
bit of a burger, would you? For us, just a little bit of the
Fry
burger.
is like, okay, you know what, Elon Musk, I'm not too sure about the, Neuralink, but if you could make something that makes all dogs talk like Doug from Up, because
know,
that's how
right?
I narrate Fry. He is like, I will get a burger now. I love you. Do not give me the cone of shame.
Squirrel.
That's how everyone from Reddit also talks. Allegedly. I am not a nice person today. Also,
I'm
when
just
you are
glad you
on
dropped in.
nitrous oxide gas, apparently I really did ask the doctor. I was like, tell me I don't look like Two-Face from Dark Knight Rising. I just need to know that I don't. Because I kind of feel a whole lot like Heath Ledger right now. And I was hoping to be, I was hoping to be the Joker, but I really feel like Two-Face right now. So I just,
Oh,
they're
that's
like,
funny.
no, sweetie, that's the gas. I was like, oh, good. Okay. Just as long as you didn't poke through, because I'm kind of vain right now. I'm just realizing.
Well, I just realized that I got to get running right now too because it is already 6:30. So we're gonna call it a day, and I'll be back tomorrow.
See,
it's perfect timing. I'll be back tomorrow because I'll be covering the hearing live. So that'll be happening at 3. If anything happens between now and then, I'll probably pop on, and if there's any new filings, there might be a response from plaintiff coming. I'm not sure, but if there is, I'll try and get to that, whether I do a night stream or do something early in the morning. Legal Vices is covering some of this tomorrow morning, I think at 9 a.m. And then I will be doing the hearing live at 3. You guys are invited, of course, if you want to come to that.
Okay. I will probably be there.
All right. Well, I'll send you a link. But all right, that's it. That's all. I gotta go.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Thanks for letting us hang.
I was lost, my world is near its end. I almost felt my head is full of a million choices. I am alive, I'm not here to pretend. I love my friends, my heart is filled with a million voices. Oh, this road has many choices. Oh, and my heart, million voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna stay. No, I don't wanna say goodbye. This time I know my road is near its end. I almost felt my head is full of a million choices. I am alive, I'm not here to pretend. I love my friends, my heart is filled with a million voices. Oh, this road has many choices. And my heart, million voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna stay. No, I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say goodbye.
So I take it that you've
Johnny's problem is he
Cameron
should
John's
come
bedroom
storming
before.
in there with
Yeah.
a string of
Do you
garlic
recall when
and
we
some
went
holy
into
water.
Mr. Judson's
Across
first
the crucifix
bedroom?
one.
May the
Do you
power of
recall,
Christ
or no,
compel you.
No, I don't.
You realized his house was infested with
Just after
succubuses.
that,
And
there's a picture I'll share with you of what it, yes. Do you recall what that was there when you arrived in the afternoon? I don't remember seeing it now. So while she
No wonder he said drown her before you burn her.
oh my god.
You-
Your next witness?
Now I know
Witness
why he
Roman
wanted to
known
drown
as
her.
Glacis, and that is
Witness
also
lives in
by
Romania.
video.
Is that correct?
That begins with Miss